It is Titans week. We are moving on from talking about all that happened in Pittsburgh because it's over. We're moving forward. Andy Billman here, Tony Camino there. We're going to talk about today the Titans matchup with the Browns. Interestingly, Tony, I think we're more hung up about the loss still. That's why I let off what I did than the win, the possibility of the win against the Titans. What do you think so far is where you had? So I feel pretty good about the Titans game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it feels like a great chance to get that bad taste from Monday out of our mouth. Short week against a good, not great team, a winnable game for sure. Great chance for the passing offense to get some confidence and defense to keep building on their good season. It feels like a great opportunity to just put last week behind us and move forward.
I agree. This is a good matchup. Now, the Titans are physical. So, the one thing I think that we need to talk about first is Watson, the matchup with Tannehill. My gosh, that seems like on paper at the beginning of the year, a huge win for the Browns. Not so much because of what happened last week. I would just say my one thing about Watson this game is, I'm actually kind of here as a fan. Just don't turn over the ball. Just keep the ball, in our hands and don't turn it over. To me, I think that's step one. But I do think Watson, with his success against the Titans, yes, their front line is very good, but he should be able to throw the ball downfield. No, Tony.
Yeah, I mean, he's had success against the Titans. This is a Kevin Stefanski's had success against the Titans. I remember that one game, what was that, 2020, when
Yeah.
we scored like 40 points in the first half, it seemed like. And so these are two guys that have had great success against the Titans, a bad pass defense, solid front seven, but nothing the Browns can't handle. But like you said, it's really just about protecting the ball first and foremost because whether it's just Deshaun, Njoku, whoever it is, we cannot be turning the ball over because, I mean, pointed simply, is turnovers are what lost us that game. Without all those turnovers, they wouldn't have had each of those different chances, especially because two of them went directly for touchdowns.
To me, the other key in this matchup, which has not been talked about, but I want to bring up in the past, and I'm not even saying last year, I'm saying the past 10 years. What would eat the Browns up is a matchup like this going up against Derrick Henry. I mean, nightmare. Can't stop the run, won't stop the run, won't slow it down. The Browns, to me, in a loss, the one big positive that was shown was 55 yards only given up to the Steelers. That is a huge accomplishment for this team. I do feel more confident about going up against Henry, but I'm still a little worried. I think to me, this is the final litmus test. If they can shut down this running game with Henry, I feel like the sky's the limit for the defense as a whole. This is a good challenge. This is not going to be easy, and I figure the Titans are going to run Henry a lot, especially up the middle. So it's a big time for Tomlinson, Harris, Jordan Elliott to gear up because I think they're going to see a bunch of runs up the middle.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this isn't the same scary Derrick Henry Titans rushing attack
Right,
that it's always been. Not to say that he's not still good because he still is.
right.
But if the Browns can get the Titans away from a running situation, that would be preferable. But in the event that the game stays close enough where they can run the ball, as long as they can just really prevent the explosive plays, because that to
Yeah.
me, I don't see a way he gets 100 yards unless he breaks one off. And I really think that the Browns defense, this is a great test for him, like you said. I think this is a good chance to show like this is not the Browns of old. This is not.
Right.
These are not going to be teams that just come in and run it halfback dive inside zone right down our throat every single play. I think this is going to be a great way where this defense kind of shows officially like, hey, we're not the same defensive line we've been, and I think they've shown it already, but they haven't had a running back like Derrick Henry. So this is a great test, and I think they'll pass with flying colors.
The other thing for me in this game is time to unleash the weapons outside of Cooper. I thought Amari Cooper really showed what he could do last week. And even Watson admitted he and Coop have a very good relationship, which was shown on Monday night. Would love to see Elijah Moore get open and get some balls. Love to see Donovan Peoples-Jones. If Kareem Hunt plays, I think it's an excellent opportunity for him to get the ball. I would love to see the Browns' weapons. They have talent. Let's see the talent play out on the passing offense.
Yeah, I think that's what we're just all looking for is that
Yeah.
passing offense. I'm really more just intrigued to see how drastic the shift is going to be if Stefanski goes right towards, okay, we've lost Nick Chubb, so we're now going to abandon that completely
Right.
and shift completely towards Watson. I think that would be the wise decision, but that's also a very crazy thing to do in a short week to just forget everything you've been working towards the last all off season and last year and just completely shift the offense. I think it's what needs to happen, but it is a great chance for everyone, and I'd love to see Elijah Moore, like we were talking about earlier. he was open and he was inches away from having a pretty big day. But we know how explosive a playmaker he can be, and without Nick Chubb, we really need those other playmakers outside of Amari Cooper to really pick it up.
Time to get the ball in these guys' hands, and I will hit on Tony's point. Elijah Moore especially. Let's give him the ball. We saw what he can do in that one preseason game. Let's see what he can do. Let's just see what he can get in the open field. For more on the matchups, go to BelieveInTheLand.com. Tony and I talked about these 4 matchups in this game and what our thoughts are going in. I guess we'll wrap it up with this. I do see the Browns winning this game. I know this is a physical team. I know Vrabel, Clevelander, understands this better than anybody, but I do see the Browns coming out on top in this game. I think 17-0. I think the Browns shut them out. I think actually Henry will have a decent day, but I just don't see the Browns defense. I think this is an elite defense, so I guess I'm going all in on that. I say 17-0 with the shutout.
I like that. I think that's a good, reasonable prediction. The Titans are going to slow the game down. Vrabel's
Yeah.
been very Belichick-like and being great at manipulating the clock, and they've run their offense like we have, run the ball, control the clock, control the game. So I think it is going to be on the more low-scoring side. I think the Browns win as well. I won't say a shutout. I'll give the Titans a touchdown because, I think maybe 1 or 2 bad things goes wrong, but I think the offense will pick up a little more steam. I'll say 23-10 Browns.
So there you go. Low-scoring game. Tony hit on something. Amazingly, through 2 games, the Browns have really controlled the clock. Almost a 10-minute plus advantage in both games so far. So the Browns are controlling the clock so far. Check out our articles. Check out Tony's articles breaking down film from last week. Check out everything leading up to your Browns Titans. And we will see you all Monday. This week's been so long. Sunday, 9 a.m. Tony and I will give you a preview more Browns and Titans.